Was it telemed?
Telemed?
It's kind of a mixture.
Okay, it is 10 excuse me? Just a second. Ken, I need this. Thank you. Okay, it is 10 till 5. We will the meeting back to order and see if any of the commissioners have any other questions for city staff. I think
Well, I feel good about that.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's any other information we need. I guess everybody, if they want to, I don't know if you need a couple minutes to look over your information that we received earlier. I was just kind of glancing through a couple of the things I had. If nothing else, I guess we could accept a motion and see where we go from there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, from conversations we had, I didn't hear a clear favorite. As I said earlier, there's the three we have remaining. They all have positive aspects to them. I wish I could blend the three of them, but that's not the way this process works. I'm appreciative of all the different, we had 13 applicants. I'm appreciative of the individuals that have an interest in Salina. I think we are moving in the correct direction. Now we just have to find a partner that we can partner up with and take another step forward in meeting our goals.
So speaking to the blending comment and that whole thought, this is the culmination of the process. We started with 13 and narrowed the field to interviews, narrowed the field to this, and so that's why we're continuing to say we need to bring it to a head. If you were to try to open it up in some way, we would essentially be starting the RFP process over again.
Yeah.
Mayor, if you entertain a motion, we could see where we get with it. First, I'd just like to say, you guys know me, I'm kind of a tire kicker and fairly conservative, and I believe the free market gets us where we need to go. And quite frankly, in this case, I like the idea of the amenities that have been presented and getting involved in that, but I think we're playing catch up here. So I'm kind of focused on the risk and the rents and the cost. And in my opinion, Salina Destination Development's done the best job of presenting those things. They've got the lowest cost per unit, the lowest rents, and the best financial profile. So I'd like to make a motion that the commission accept the RFP from Salina Destination Development and have staff go forward with that recommendation.
Okay, do we have a second to that?
I will second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the table to, how do I want to word this? I'm not sure I have it in front of me.
And I apologize, we didn't give you that wording,
Yeah.
but I would say that we identify Salina Destination Development instruct staff to initiate negotiation of a development agreement for the commission's further consideration.
That's better than I said it.
And we have a little
discussion.
I did think of a question for city staff. Is that okay?
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if we got two of the, we've narrowed this down to 3, and 2 of those are present. Would it be appropriate to ask them questions?
Our advice so far has been that their presentations need to stand alone. I mean, questions that you have, we could certainly take up at the point that we're negotiating, but I am very reluctant to.
So we make a selection, and then the fine details are still on the table.
Yeah, as part of the development agreement, we certainly have to work out the remaining details, but it would be directed at one, it would be a direct negotiation versus multiple feedback before we're entering into a negotiation.
Now, we're apprised of the status of those negotiations, I would assume,
Certainly.
in a closed session?
Yes,
While
at the
you're in
point
the
that we enter into
negotiation.
negotiations, then we're into executive session territory. Part of the conversation that Mr. Webster and I had was, as a starting point, would be to reduce to writing everything that we heard by way of the presentation, written and verbal, as a term sheet, which is, stops short of the legalese of a development agreement, but it's more formal than an outline. And then some of the other details could be fleshed out as well.
'Cause I'll say that the one negative I have with Salina Destination is everything being stacked in one location.
Yeah, and I mean, we're fortunate in that we're having to choose from four good proposals. When you have to choose one, you get in a position of having to vote against the three others, and shame we have to do it that way. I think we could go to sleep and live with any one of the four if we had to. But I did hear arguments against the small square footage, the one location, and for me, and again, it could be negotiated, some of the amenities that were not present for that location, and financially and speed, they're good. So it's just a question of which is more important for us. Bottom line, the rent, no matter what else, or are all those other things, amenity, location, are they valuable enough to ask people to pay a little more rent? So it's just a question of, which carries the most important ranking in the, now granted, we don't have a year and a half to wait for the construction to start. It's kind of hard to know exactly how long it takes for each one of the others to ramp up. I mean, there's no way to.
And in that
quantify
regard, I think I clarified it in my comments, but just to be sure, I think the accurate first available date for Perry Reed is what's reported in the matrix. And so there is, on the Magnolia Commons, first available is October of 2024, and the Royal first available is August of 2025. Graphically, I think the timeline might have shown a timeline that was incorrect and was longer.
Okay.
Okay. I like the rent rates. I, again, have some concerns on the duplex issue, and the fact that we might have a lot of the same. We'll see what we can negotiate in the development agreement if we pass this. I have that with whoever we would enter into. So I guess we'll see where we stand on this. We have a motion and a second authorizing city staff to enter into negotiations of a development agreement with Salina Destination Development. Does that sound about right? Look at legal counsel.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No,
Nay.
Okay, that passes 3-2. Okay.
And appreciate all your effort. This is understandably a big decision, a difficult decision, and I think I've shared with some of you individually. I am sincerely appreciative of the fact that we ended up with deliberation like this. It gives the community the opportunity, the respondents the opportunity to see. We've done our everything I know to do to run a process that's transparent and thoughtful.
I have a
thing for
lot
sure,
of
yeah. You'll probably never hear us ask you to do it again.
Well, it's always very hard for a commission unless it's
Right.
up or down, but I have a lot of confidence in the staff's ability to negotiate, and I think that the developer we've picked has a willingness to meet us halfway, so I think some of the things that have come out of the conversation can be discussed and become a reality.
Yeah, and I would say, despite the numbers of the final tally, I've certainly wanted it to be known that, we're moving forward as a united commission. This is our decision. We discussed it, and this is the group consciousness, and I'm going to act as if we're 5-0 on the vote and move forward.
I would agree with that. It's a good feeling we're moving forward. Really good. Sleep better tonight, but yeah, it'll be a process from here on, and I hope it all works out and successful.
Well, I think the cherry on top is Kansas owned, Kansas built, Kansas designed, Kansas managed.
Yep.
Yeah, for the presentation.
Yep.
Okay, thank all those that were interested, again, as we talked about. So with that, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
We adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.